Welcome back to the continuing adventures of the members of the Florida Powerboat Club. Stu Jones here, president of the Florida Powerboat Club, in our Pompano Beach studios with producer Ryan McCoy, as we continue our full coverage of the Key West Offshore Poker Run, the 28th edition, celebrating 2020, the year of COVID, and somehow we managed to still get 160 teams to come out on this run from Miami to Key West. As we pick up now, we are on the Friday Fun Run, heading out from the Key West Historic Seaport and Stock Island as we catch up with teams who have come from all over the country and even a few from Europe to enjoy the performance of these incredible offshore powerboats, but most of all, escape COVID. And what better place to do it than powerboating in paradise right here in Key West. So before we get cranking with these high-speed thrills, let's thank our sponsors. Let's begin with our 2020 series sponsors, including Deep Impact Custom Boats, their sister company Blackwater Boats, and their exclusive worldwide dealer Plantation Boat Mart. Together, these three companies offered the grand prize sponsorship, a $25,000 prize to the top winner of the poker run. And continuing our 2020 series sponsors, Mercury Racing, Wide Open, Mystic Powerboats, Myco Trailers, Nortec High Performance Boats, Performance Boat Center, and Superior Communications, our second prize sponsor. And I can't think of anybody who loves going fast more than Johnny O and his right-hand man, Jimmy McIntyre, who are enjoying the performance of this new MTI 39, better known as the 390X, and it's powered by Mercury Racing 450s. Guys, this is the ultimate cat. It's so popular in the MTI lineup right now. Everybody's trying to get their hands on one, and I think production is backed up for probably close to a year. That dangling fender is no accident. It's actually got a Timex watch tied to it. They're doing a test for one of our sponsors. It takes a licking and keeps on ticking. And speaking of licking, these guys are licking the salt off their margarita glasses right now as they enjoy this floating tiki hut, a big popular attraction now in Key West. This one just needs a Mercury Racing 450. And one of our newer and very, very strong supporters in the club, Pete Rivera from Key Largo, Florida. And the reason I say that is that he would go on every poker run if we let him, but he is a real estate agent. He does have to manage his listings, and that requires him to work at least a little bit of the time, but it's not bad working in Key Largo. He's got his MTI nearby, and he has done a lot of runs with us in this 34. Let's listen to these 400Rs as he cranks the throttles. This MTI 340X is one of the popular catamarans that has really spawned the growth of this outboard cat trend, and certainly the MTI model, one of the most popular, getting 2.0 miles to the gallon at cruising speed. Not a bad way to play. And let's say hi now to Connor and Allie Toomey, but it looks like Allie sat this one out. It's a boys' trip. He's got his buddies Jeff Brown, Trey Covey, Bucky Hody, and Paul Sinski on board, and they are having the ride of their lives. This is a 2005 39 GTX Outer Limits powered by Mercury Racing 700 SCIs, number 6 drives. It runs 110 miles per hour. Let's listen in because this boat is a beast. And we are enjoying the colorful waters and the beautiful boating today. And that is the city of Key West off in the distance as we now catch up with Don Verkulen in his 52-foot MTI Super Veloce. We all remember that when this boat came out, it really took social media by storm, owned by Gino Gargiulo at the time. Well, he's back and having fun with Don back in the driver's seat. In fact, as I look closer, I don't even see Don on the boat right now, but We know for certain that he's here in town. We saw him on our last episode. But Gino is going to put this 52 MTI through the paces. It's powered by Mercury Racing 1550s. Remember, guys, those are those dual cal motors. Can run on regular fuel at 1,350 horse or on higher octane race fuel, punching out 1,550 horsepower. And that makes this Lamborghini-themed MTI run about 180 miles per hour. But Gino is holding back on the throttles and taking it easy today for two reasons, I'd guess. One is that he's got his daughter sitting beside him and a bunch of other passengers in the back seat. Not a good time to test the ultimate performance of this machine. The second reason, of course, is to reunite with the first Lamborghini-themed boat. As we see now, this is a 2014 48-foot MTI, now owned by Sam and Matthew Gabriel. Sam the father, Matthew the son. He's 22 years on the throttle. This is a Mercury Racing 1350 powered boat. Came out on the club in 2014 and made a big statement at that time. Another boat that's capable of speeds close to 170 miles per hour. Again, this is not the time nor the place to test the true performance of this 48 MTI, but in the meantime, the Gabriels can certainly put on a great show in these beautiful waters here just off Key West. It's their first FPC poker run. Welcome to the club, guys. Well, I know that horsepower is what you guys came for, so we gave you the best we could without blowing out the speakers on your sound system. But I want to introduce Frank Scheelen. He's the one team that came all the way from Germany. Somehow he got a COVID pass and was able to escape Germany and join us. He loves poker runs. This is his 36-foot Nortec Super Cat, one of the most popular cats made by Nortec. It was released in November 2002. And once again, giving you the absolute best decibels we can give you from these Mercury Racing 540s, a boat that I'm very proud of, the Project 1080 combination of two Mercury Racing 540s. It's a 2000 model year cigarette with all brand new power and instruments, and thanks to all of our sponsors for joining us on this very exciting project. My special guests, Rob and Tara Rill, on board with their friends, enjoying their first poker run with the Florida Powerboat Club. And now for a much, much bigger boat with a lot more horsepower, but not the sound. I'm going to tell you guys, these Mercury Racing 1350s that are in Scott Higgs' Outer Limits, well, they're just super quiet engines. But we all know how much power and torque they have, as all of the engines in the QC4 platform from Mercury Racing. What a beautiful ride. This SV50 belonged to another club member, and he recently sold it. So congratulations to Scott Higgs, his new SV50 Outer Limits, and his first poker run with the Florida Powerboat Club in the boat. And it is called Team Booby Trap. Well, Scott, I think that's such a cool name. I got to give you the best team name award for the Key West Poker Run. Thanks for joining us on the Key West Poker Run, and thanks to Outer Limits for building such cool offshore performance V-bottoms. There's nothing like them. And let's say hi once again to Joey McCallister, all the way from LaGrange, Georgia. He has just repowered and refreshed this formula that they bought in Miami just a couple of months before the Key West Poker Run. But he got it all ready just in time. It's an 02 model, 353 with 500 EFIs. I just wish we could play a little bit of ZZ Top music for this segment, because after this run, Joey's going to return to his home out on LaGrange. Now let's catch up with one of our sponsored teams, Mark and Eileen Fisher, here on this Deep Impact $3.99 Team Beer Money, a boat that they do not actually own. They own the company, but this is a boat that belongs to Paul Bertucci. And he's actually loaned them the boat so they can come and enjoy the Key West Poker Run. And sadly, Paul couldn't be here for the event, but we've all seen Team Beer Money on so many poker runs. Paul is from Gulfport, Mississippi, so it's easy for him to hit the Orange Beach Powerboat Week and certainly the Emerald Coast event. And that's exactly where we will see him very, very soon. In fact, just in about a week's time at Orange Beach. We caught up with Mark Fisher, our sponsor, down on the docks with his new dealer. Let's see what they had to say about Deep Impact Boats and their sister company, Blackwater Powerboats.
And we have got an announcement to make here at the Key West Poker Run. The news actually came out a little while ago, but the factory in Opelika for both Deep Impact boats as well as Blackwater boats is now turning all of their sales over to Dennis and his team down in Plantation Boat Mart, which is in Tavernier, Florida. That's a big place in the Florida Keys where a lot of hardcore fishing people go, and Dennis is having a great time now getting people into the Blackwater boats, while Mark and the factory still telling me that a lot of people are buying that Deep Impact brand. So you guys came up with a great formula here to turn your production into his sales, and I see a really good winning team here, Mark.
Yes, Stu, we're really excited to bring Plantation Boat Mart in as our worldwide distributor for both brands. It really is a really good match between their sales and service department and our ability to build these wonderful custom boats. We've got a great team in place, and we can really do a good job with servicing our customers and keeping sales rolling and keeping focused on manufacturing at the factory.
That's great, and I know you got a good roll going already, Dennis, because it's only been a few months since you got this whole program started. And, that great location of being at mile marker 92 in the heart of the Florida Keys has got to be an advantage, because it's a destination for people that want to go down to the Keys and enjoy boating and sport fishing. There's Plantation Boat Mart right there on US 1.
We've been doing this now for 25 years. Right. The same location, same place. Our customer service is second to none. If no one's ever done it, never been on a sea trial, please come down to the marina. We'll fly you in the marathon. We'll pick you up. We'll bring you in. We will set you up at a local resort. We will take it for the sea trial. You get the whole experience, because it's not just about the buying and selling. It's about the family orientation that you're going to get afterwards.
That's a great program. And back to you, Mark. I know that you've got some plans on the horizon. It's not very new news. I mean, we've introduced it before, but you've got a new model on the Deep Impact side coming up very soon. Tell us what you got in the works.
Yeah, we have a beautiful new Deep Impact, a larger version of the $399, which is going to be a $499. Right. The boat will be able to be equipped with either quad or 5 motors, right. and it's going to match the Deep Impact $399. Only look like its big brother is really what we're going to have, with some more luxury equipment. Going to be a performance bottom in the boat, which is the boat's going to have good speed, same as the $399. Should be able to push the boat into the 80-mile-an-hour range with 5 450s. Right. We're really excited to get that going. It's on the drawing board. We have a couple of people that are right at the point of ordering the new boat, and we're hoping to have it out soon.
And special thanks to Dennis and to Mark for joining us in Key West. Remember, if you want more information, it's deepimpactboats.com. And we have blackwaterboats.com. And, of course, worldwide sales conducted by Plantation Boat Mart at plantationboat.com, located in Tavernier, Florida, with another location in Palm Beach County. And as we get to the late part of the afternoon, the helicopter has now landed, and I think it's bikini time here as Team Spinal Arbor rolls into the harbor. They've obviously been out to one of the local islands having fun. Team AMG, David Branton and his crew on this big 59 Tirana. And we are now enjoying the fun part of the day, and that's getting the entire sponsor dock put back together. It's like a big puzzle. But you can see it takes time. One by one, we get them in, and we use up, every square foot of docking facilities that we have here at the Conch Republic Seafood Company. Meanwhile, over on Duval Street, well, there's Don Berkulin and his lady. That's why they weren't in the MTI this afternoon. They're cruising around on their little electric car on Duval Street. but clearly a very vibrant and very festive atmosphere. Whether you're at the Conch Republic Seafood Company here, where all the boats are on display, and you can see as the night comes in, so the lights go on, and what a show it is every night. And also, it's Friday night, guys. Remember, time to start playing poker. And just around the corner in our big FPC tent, the poker hands are getting played, and the FPC girls are all dolled up in their cocktail dresses, helping everyone to win their very best poker hand. And some of the highlights from our People's Choice Awards. Here's Frank Schiller, who came all the way from Germany, winning him the farthest traveled award. Of course, he enjoyed the poker run in this Nortec 3600 Super Cat. Howard Bindett won a new award that we recently added, Best Classic Boat, for his fully restored 41-foot Apache called Team Tatanka. Our helicopter missed Howard's boat in the Key West event, but he happened to return to the February Miami Boat Show poker run. Here's some great clips that our FPC chopper crew got in the Key Largo area. And we actually had 2 awards for best team name. One of them went to Team Booby Trap. The second one went to John Wittenberger Jr. for Team Bad Decisions. And I think that team name for John is really appropriate. Maybe not for this particular event, but I did see him go through Haulover one time in about 6 or 7 footers. That's when he truly deserved that team name. And I think I might have given Michael Tandoy this award once before, but it wasn't for Team Out of Control. It was for his previous boat, his new 40-foot skater, Team Out of Control, looking good, and matching tees, and also those mini dresses for the ladies. And there were a handful of awards that a lot of teams don't really want to get, and that's the Broken Propeller Award. We had about 3 or 4 of them made up for this event. And so these teams are smiling now, but they weren't smiling earlier in the day or the day before when their boat broke. But, you know, at least they got to take home a very coveted Key West souvenir. Well, that was a fantastic day of boating and fun here at the Poker Run Village, but it's a true Key West wrap from our FPC girls, and we've got plenty more fun ahead on Saturday. And an amazing Saturday morning here in Key West as we wake up. And I think that our Florida Powerboat Club members and these Poker Run participants, they really deserved a beautiful day, and the days just kept getting better. Remember that we started things off back on Wednesday with Hurricane Eta still out in the Gulf, and Thursday a lot of turbulent waters as we made our way down. You know, gray skies on Wednesday and a bit of cloud on Thursday. Things picked up on Friday, but look at it now on this Saturday as the teams get ready here at the Conch Republic Seafood Company for another wonderful day of boating. All kinds of cool things happening on the dock, but if you noticed, remember how crowded it was last night, Friday night? And you look at it now on Saturday morning, things are just coming to life. It's about 10 or 10:30. That's because you're in Key West. Everybody sleeps in Key West, except Jason Ventura, of course. He's got a wrench in his hand, and he's working on his customers' boats because that's what he does. He's an early bird, and he's very, very focused on taking care of his customers. Up in the helicopter today, flying with a local chopper out of Key West. We're going to have some more fun chasing some of the teams. And remember, no races going on. So remember, yesterday, Friday, was kind of a free day to go out and play. Normally, that would be powerboat races. The harbor would be closed, and we would be enjoying the Race World Offshore Friday heats, which isn't such a bad thing to do. But, you know, when you come all this way to be on the Key West Poker Run, you really want to use your boat as much as you can. And when you have these kinds of waterways, I mean, just look at the magnificent colors. This is what you're here to do. You're out to play with your boat. So let's catch up with some teams, see who we've got today as we enjoy another day of power boating in paradise. But this one looks like a right performance cat. Yes, indeed. Charlie and Michelle Mattingly here, our first boat for this Saturday to run, a Right Performance 360 cat. They say it's the best all-around cat that they've ever owned. It's their 10th cat. Wow. By far the best handling rough water riding boat. And with those Mercury Racing 450s, so they say fuel mileage has been really incredible. And woo, some nice air there. But the overall power and the torque and the reliability all combined are second to none from these Mercury Racing 450s. They've already got over 230 hours on the boat in their very first year. Not bad. They didn't have to travel too far. They came from Cape Coral, Florida, They said it's their first time on the Key West Poker Run. They've been trying for years. Guys, they said FPC puts on a great event. And it takes a lot to organize a run like this, so cheers. Well, cheers back to you guys. That was a great segment to kick off the Saturday run. And next up looks like another 39-foot Nortec. Of course, there's about 20 of them on this run. This one belongs to Chad and Nicole Komasher, and 2018 model. Triple Mercury Racing 350s, all color coordinated with blues and whites. They said they love being out on the open water. They came a long ways to attend, all the way from Lake Texoma, 1,500 miles one way on a trailer. They just bought the boat just a month ago, so this is their first poker run here in Florida with the Florida Powerboat Club. And in their video bio comments, they said they can't wait to come back next year. Stu and his team do a wonderful job. Well, thank you, guys. God, I just can't imagine how beautiful this is. I don't know how long it's been since I've seen these kinds of colors, but God, these blue waters and this orange, the contrast with the orange helicopter and now this yellow 48-foot MTI. Geez, it's just, RCA should be buying this footage from us to use it for their TVs, right? Showing my age, RCA, come on. Sam and Matthew Gabriel, their very first poker run with the Florida Powerboat Club, and their first time running this 48-foot MTI. It's actually their very first cat. They bought the boat in September. Here we are in November, so they've only had a couple of months to get some seat time. But, I can tell right now that this is a very responsible family when it comes to powerboating, because you can tell how they're handling their boat. They're not trying to set any speed records. They're managing their speed. They know the helicopter's right there, and they've just got the boat dialed in. Look, guys, you look fine. If you're going 60 or 70 or 80, you look just as good as you're running 110. I'm happy the way it is. I just want you to be safe, and what a beautiful ride. Thank you for joining us. And we are catching up now finally to Walter and Alicia Wolanski. We've seen a lot of this boat over the last few episodes, but it's the first time we've got them running and finally getting a chance to check out this 37 Axopar. First one that we've ever had in the club, and we've seen a lot of these popping up on the Florida waterways, so it's nice to actually see one on a poker run. They came all the way from Buffalo, New York. Team Spinal Arbor has a team of sexy girls. Yes, I can verify that. Spirited guys. Yes, indeed. But what's important, guys, the pretty serious stereo system. In fact, it won the best audio system for the Key West Poker Run. Mercury Racing, $400, but one very important accessory that I have to mention is that gas-powered blender. They were first-timers for the Key West Poker Run, but listen to this. I get a kick out of this story. They keep the boat in Palm Beach where they've got a home, and they started on their own bottom in West Palm Beach, came all the way down to North Miami to meet with us on Tuesday for the Wednesday run. So altogether, back and forth, they did well over 450 miles round trip, not to mention these fun runs. So they easily tipped the 500-mile mark. So congratulations, guys. And a repeat offender, or should I say a supporter, of the Key West Poker Run, Brian and Danny Forehand from North Carolina. And, of course, Brian is very well known in the performance circles. He's spent many, many years with Reggie Fountain at the factory in Washington, North Carolina. Has since been off on his own, has done a lot of boat racing, but also has his own boat dealership and rigging shop. Done a great job of taking care of a lot of customers in the club, so congratulations to Brian, a really hardcore performance guy. And his one big center console coming up. This is Eric Avila, the factory team from Concept Boats in Miami. Sponsors for this event. Thanks, guys, for coming back to join us with this big monster 4400 center console, huge cabin forward, a giant cockpit, a lot of freeboard. One of my favorite things about the boat. Quad Mercury Racing 400Rs, just a great package. And, guys, I got to tell you, Eric and his family, they really are trailblazers. They're one of the first to come out with a monster center console. I think it was 10 years ago, maybe more, when they came out with this 44 model at the Miami Boat Show. I remember walking by it and going, oh, my God, what is that thing? Just like I was amazed to see it with these big 4 outboards on it. We've got to look back and say that they stepped outside of the box, and they really took a leap of faith to design and build such a big center console. But look what else, everybody followed. Of course, just a few minor styling changes along the way, but they nailed it the first time. Congratulations, Concept, for doing such a great job, and thank you for supporting our event. And a beautiful Nortec 390 Sport. Here again, they joined us in the previous year. Hans Blix, joined by his family this time, brought his wife Kristen and his 2 daughters, Hedda, along with her husband Robbie, and his daughter Elsa with her boyfriend Zach. Nice to see. It's a family affair. What a great looking Nortec 390 Sport. Triple Mercury Racing 450s. This is the way I would do the boat. I love the way it's laid out. Got some beautiful air. Look at him just pounding those waves. What's great about this 390, it's a 10-foot beam. It's easy to trailer. A lot of creature comforts in the boat. This is a popular thing now. Look closely, the double row seating forward and then aft, so you can get about 5 or 6 people in the bolsters. They came all the way from Boca Raton, took the outside run in the Atlantic coastal waters down to Haulover on Thursday morning, rendezvoused with the group, and made the trip the rest of the way. Hans says that they plan to make this a family tradition to Key West every November. And looks like we're catching up with Michael Tandoy one more time. We saw him earlier in the show, and a lot of this boat in the previous episode. Unfortunately, guys, we don't have the audio working correctly for this episode because we had some microphone issues, so we cannot listen to those magnificent Mercury Racing 860s because we know they sound so amazing when they're cranked out to close to 6,000 RPM. Team Auto Control is a complete redo, a 40-foot skater, all new custom paint, new interior, new rigging. He's very happy with the boat, but tells me that 860s, well, they work great, but I think I need more power. So the last I heard, he sold the 860s, bought a pair of Mercury Racing 1100s. He's going to stay with that QC4 platform, but he's going to go to twin turbos, and I'm sure he's going to love the performance of those 1100s. Can't wait to see the boat with the new power. And here's a boat that we've never seen before, but it's piloted by one of our fellow social members, Ricky, who always rides with John Wittenberger Jr., on the 30 Spectre, but decided to trailer down this 28-foot Fusion. It's got a pair of twin Mercury 2.5s, but a very unique boat. You can see, look at how close those motors are together. But very neat design. It's an older boat. Don't know much about it, really. I know it's 28 foot, but remember, look at how rough it is out here. And he's just hammering this thing, getting into some great air. Nice air show. And in case anybody's wondering, where is everybody headed today? Well, for the most part, I think a lot of us, and probably Alex too, are headed out to the sandbar again, which is really Woman Key, where we can anchor in fairly shallow water and raft up together. Beautiful conditions for it today. In fact, it's more protected, so going to give us a chance to get out of this light chop. Alex Pratt and Good Boy Vodka, the 48-foot MTI. Big change up for Alex. He did the event last year with a Nortec 450 center console with quad outboards. Now he's running these Mercury Racing 1550s. So like I say, a big change, a lot more speed, and certainly a good 48-foot billboard to promote his Good Boy Vodka brand, which he started just earlier this year, he said, at Lake of the Ozarks. So what better place than a poker run to get out and promote a high-end liquor brand?
And spending a little time here on the sponsor dock with Alex Pratt. Not his first rodeo. He did the Key West Poker Run last year in a Nortec 450 Sport quad outboards. But you know what? This time he said, Stu, I'm going to change things up. I'm coming to Key West with some big power this time, and indeed he did. The Good Boy Vodka 48 MTI is powered by Mercury Racing 1550s. And I looked in the engine room and I said, that has got to win Best Engines and Rigging. So you started off by winning an award.
Thank you.
But he also came with the guns loaded because he brought several cases of Good Boy Vodka, a new brand that he started up by boating out in Lake of the Ozarks area. Although he's from Michigan, his real job during Monday to Friday is working for the family Pratt Industries, a big trailer manufacturing outfit. So he's got a real job on weekdays, but he's got a fun job on weekends, going around with all his friends on the MTI to promote the brand. So how's it going with the vodka?
Good, really busy. I mean, we originally started this as, almost like a hobby company, and it just now became completely out of control. We sold out of our entire first batch in 4 days. We sold 5,000 1 liters at just our Lake of the Ozarks party. We had over 20,000 people come. It was just an amazing event. We really appreciate everything you're doing for us today and having us out here and letting us sponsor the event. We really appreciate everything. So, yeah, it's been really great so far.
Well, you got a good crew, you do things right. You come out here and you put on a show, and that's how you do things with these people. We like the bling, we like the bikinis, we like the colorful boats, and we like the Mercury Racing 1550s, and you got it all going on here on the sponsor dock, Alex. So You're putting on a pretty good show for your first time out of the box here, representing yourself as a sponsor at the event.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, everybody that we hang out with, everybody that does these events are all, first-class people. They're just amazing people to do business with. We've never met anybody bad at any of your events, too. Everybody is just great people, so we appreciate everything you do for us.
Well, thanks to Alex and his crew, and really thank you to all of the sponsors who continue to support this event year after year. This is what we consider to be our signature Key West Poker Run event, the biggest event on our roster every year, and this is the 28th running. So this is a really historical event for us. We're very proud of it, and we do thank all of our sponsors for their support because it allows us to really put on this epic show that we're really proud of. But let's talk about the continuing episodes. We got to wrap this one up. We're already past the 30-minute mark. We are going to continue on our next episode, number 10, with continuing coverage of the Saturday activities, which is primarily getting out, having fun on these beautiful Key West waterways, a big raft-up party out at Woman Key, and, of course, that big bash on Saturday night. It's all right here on our YouTube channel. Remember to subscribe to the Florida Powerboat Club channel and hit that notification bell so you'll get all of the updates every time a new episode is released. Be sure to check out the website at flpowerboat.com for all of the details about upcoming poker run events in 2021, as well as membership information. You can follow us on Facebook at Florida Powerboat Club, and you can follow us on Twitter and on these Instagram pages. Thanks to all of our viewers for your wonderful comments on our page, and you guys know who you are, and I really do appreciate that. But if you have questions or comments you want to direct to me specifically, please use my personal email at stu@flpowerboat.com. I check that daily, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. We have got a fantastic year planned for 2021 with members of the Florida Powerboat Club, so stay with us. Meanwhile, we're going to sign off for now. This is Stu Jones along with our producer Ryan McCoy in the Pompano Beach studio. Have fun out there, guys. Be safe on the waterways. Wear your life jackets when the time is right, and always respect your fellow boaters. Bye for now.